or if you have a video topic request about absolutely anything, send a donation to the Cash App or follow me on social media. Peace. He like, so you don't want to fight? If I slap you, you gonna fight? Hardback? What's up, y'all? Snake Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador. I got another story for y'all, man. I know my story is about losses and you know, making some of yourself when you come home from jail or prison. I know I got a lot of, you know, like underdog stories where the guy who was thought to lose ends up winning, right? The predator becomes the prey. Well, this ain't that type of story, man. Unfortunately, in this story, the bully wins and he gets to do exactly what he wanted to do. And he was vicious, he was brutal, all the most negative, abusive aspects of a black man, this brother was. And I seen it with my own eyes. My first court date after being arraigned in Rikers Island, okay? So I'm gonna take it back. This is March 2008. I remember, for some reason, I remember my first couple weeks on Rikers Island more than a lot of the other time. I ended up spending 1.5 years on Rikers Island before I ended up going up north. But that's besides the story. I remember this one real vividly because it showed me exactly what I was in for. Going into Rikers Island. This was while I was still in Mod 1. Yes, I believe Mod 1 in 2008 was the intake house. You know, where all new dudes would stay in Mod 1 for like 5 to 7 days and then they'll move you to your real like permanent house. Or at least until you end up hurting somebody and getting kicked out or getting, you know what I'm saying, your ass whooped and then still get moved somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But I could just remember the energy in there. Like I was kind of comfortable being in Mall 1, you know what I'm saying? Because one, I had my co-defendant who was debonair smooth killer. So, you know, we was holding it down. My co-defendant for my first charge when I went to juvie, Sean, aka Diddy, out there in B-More somewhere. If you ever see this, bro, peace. He was already on the island for quite some time and told me how it goes. So I was kind of feeling comfortable and I just wasn't exposed to the violence or the real oppression yet, you know? Like, I watched other brand new dudes, some who've been there before, mostly dudes who ain't been there before, already start to be extorted for the sneakers they got on their feet, like Jordans and stuff like that, or like their jeans, giving people their jeans and having to put sweatpants on. Mind you, this is all happening within a couple days of me first getting to Rikers Island, you know? I'm watching dudes getting extorted for their pen numbers, like all type of wild stuff, you know? Getting slapped. Like, you never see so many dudes get slapped and not do nothing than when you go to C-74 Rikers Island adolescent side. Like, dudes was getting earth, wind, and fire slapped out of them, you know what I'm saying? Like it was bad, you know what I mean? But anyways, I felt comfortable because not only that, the dude Boogie, who's from my block, I seen him there. And we was all basically under the impression that we'd be moved at the same time anyway, we just gonna live down. But before I got moved to Fort Maine, I had a court date. I kind of was expecting to go home. It didn't really register to me yet that I really like had a dollar bill and I was already on probation and there's no way I was gonna go home without doing the bid first, which I ended up doing, but I was still in denial at the time. So I go to court. Takes all day for me to get seen, just like everyone else who goes to court. You go, you probably don't say nothing. Lawyer says a couple things, you in and out, 2 to 5 minutes. So I get remanded, I got an attitude, I go back to the holding cell, I'm chilling. Now, there's another dude that goes to court. He had just got to Rikers Island the same day as me. You know what I'm saying? He there. This is a short dude with hair. His name was Violent something, but he was short. He was a short brown skinned dude, right? Long hair, right? Then there's a couple other dudes. Couple more dudes was out in the town and got remanded. Couple of dudes who was in the bookings and they got arraigned, remanded, and now they're going back. And then in walks a dude who you can already tell was very familiar with the island, being that he was real damn loud, and you could hear him coming to the cell, running his mouth, all of that. All of that, you know what I'm saying? Basically what he's saying is, oh, little bullet, I'm good, I'm tight though, but I'll take that little bullet, some light to a real blood, some late, right? So the COs tell him like, yo, listen, shut up. Shut up before we beat you up in here and we separate you. Shut up, you know what I'm saying? Before you be on the last bus to go back to the island, you know what I'm saying? He started being quiet a little bit, just until he got in the cell. Now, when they had us in the cells, it was like a weird place. Like if you hear the COs talk, it sound like they all the way far down to your left. But then if you look, cause you can't stick your head out the gate, but if you try to look to the right, it's a whole wall right here, and then it's like another corridor going down that way, you know what I'm saying? Like an elbow, right? But basically, we was not that close to the police. So this dude immediately walks in here, and he just sizing all of us up, right? So he looking at all of us. He ends up looking at me. I look him right in his face, and I had like an attitude, because I just got remanded. I wanted to go home, you know what I'm saying? Like I just seen my brother, my mom's, and my stepfather in court, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought I was gonna get released, but I'm mad. I look at him right in his face. He like, I could tell you got remanded, nigga. He like, yo, where you from? I'm like, yo, Cortland, man, 161. You feel me? He like, oh, I know a couple real rights from over there, and he just goes down the list. Let me see, it's probably, including me and the known blood dude, the bully, right? There's probably 5 other dudes, so it's like a total of 7 of us. All different sizes. None of us was this dude was the biggest dude in the cell. After him, I was like the closest dude that was at his size, but I wasn't big like I am now. I had to have been like 150, 160 at the time. Dude was probably like 180, 190, taller than all of us, bigger than all of us. Like I said, bully, you know what I'm saying? But he going down the line, and he asking dudes, like, yo, where you from? All y'all pussy over there, where you from, where you from, where you from? And if he knows dudes from over there, he like, all right, you good. And then he gets to the short dude with the hair. Violence something. I'm trying to remember this nigga name, yo. But anyways, he like, yo, where you from? He like, Parkchester. Like, oh, so you up there with all them hardbacks, huh? You Crip? He like, nah, I got my own gang. He like, yo, what's that? He said, oh. The gang was called Violence something too, man. I can't, probably because I probably never heard of it after that day, you know what I mean? But he like, listen, man, you one of them hardbacks, man. And I'm mad, they just made me cop out to a bullet, you know what I mean? I want to fight, what's up? I want to fight. So, the short dude was like, listen, yo, I don't want to fight, man. I'm having a bad day, blah, blah, blah. I got remanded. He like, so you don't want to fight? If I slap you, you gonna fight hardback? He like, yo, I'm not Crip. I'm not Crip, bro. Like yo, use a hardback, shut up. Slaps him, right? Slaps him, not with all his force, but enough to get a reaction. So immediately when he slaps him, the short dude stands up, and then they start throwing their hands, right? He like, yo, you're not gonna make it hot, right? You're not gonna make it hot, right? Short dude's like, nah. He like, you sure? Bing! Cracks the short dude in the nose. Nose start bleeding a little bit. Well, we all had our nose punched in before. Well, if you went outside in your life, you're a 90s baby. I'm not gonna say it's gushing like it's broken, but like it's leaking. But he holding it down though. He holding it down, you know what I'm saying? They fighting. He not really tagging the big dude because the big dude is just too big. And then he got reach, you know what I'm saying? He got reach. But anyways, they fighting anyway, you feel me? Like they fighting. He does manage to crack the dude in the face, but it's like if you a grown person and you play fighting with a little boy and you let him punch you and he punches you and you just let him hit you with all his force and it don't hurt you, you start laughing at him. Well, this is exactly what happened. He like, yo, you can't fight. Y'all Parkchester niggas is hardbacks. Fighting, right? Fighting, eventually, he gets the short dude in the headlock, right? He gets him in the headlock, he choking him. He like, now you won't go to sleep. Now you won't go to sleep, hardback. Now you won't go to sleep, right? And mind you, it's dudes in a whole nother cell across us that's watching, right? But they not being too loud. We not being too loud in the cell. At some point, the CO hears a little bit of something, but he not stressed out about it. He like, hey, yo, y'all need to shut up over there, man. Stop slapboxing. He think dudes is slapboxing. They really getting it. So the little dude getting choked out. He like, yo, take that. Oh, wait, hold on. So the little dude getting choked out, right? And I'm looking in his eyes. He's really getting choked out. Like I can see it like a little bit getting red. He just got him in like a nice lock, like one of those nice locks. And if you put somebody in a nice unbreakable headlock before, like me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He just twirling them around, choking them, and eventually the little dude went to drastic measures. He takes his hand, grabs the entire nutsack of the bully, the entire nutsack, squeezes on it, right? He like, I'ma kill you now, nigga. Slams him to the floor, grabs the back of his head by his hair, started banging his face on the wall, right? Like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think on that 5th bang on the floor, 2 of the COs had made it to the gate and caught him in the act, opened up the gate, went, roughed up the bully some, took the other dude, took him to clean him off, sent the bully to a whole nother cell. I never seen the bully dude again. Took the little dude. Like I said, they cleaned him off. I ain't see that guy again till they was lacing us all up, taking us back to the island. I didn't personally know him to stick up for him. I don't personally know nobody from Parkchester at the time, so I wasn't about to do nothing. And I'm just listening to dudes questioning him about what's going on. He didn't go to the hospital, but what he had was a busted nose, a busted lip, and you could tell on the left side of his face that something happened to his face. But he was talking about how, you know what I'm saying, like, he's a real nigga. They asked him if he wanted to press charges. He said no. They asked him if he felt like he needed to go to the hospital, if he had any type of internal bleeding or anything. He said no. He said while he was in his own cell, one of the officers had got some lunch, gave him a double cheeseburger from McDonald's for holding it down, and that was it. Ironically, after all that dude went through, I hear him about a month later and he with it somewhere in somebody else's house. I'm like, I guess the violence traumatized him. And that's that story, you know. The bully got to do what he wanted to do. The smaller dude got beat the hell up. He held it down, and he should have took it and became a beast. But he chose not to. I think he ended up going home on probation anyway, but I just found it odd that he would stand up for himself in the cell and then end up like being soft later on. But he ended up getting on probation and going home, and I never seen him again anyway.